it's Rachel with Maggie, and today she and I are going to work on roll over. Stephanie may have done this with Maggie a long time ago, and Maggie, and I just want to see how much she remembers and how much we can do with her. I think this will be a real crowd pleaser when she goes out doing her therapy dog work. I mean, who wouldn't love that? Maggie, come here. Now, I have a collar on her because I think it would be uncomfortable for her to roll over with the harness. Maggie, come here. But I just want to let you know it's super loose. You can see that I can fit a couple of hands in here. It's just to have a little bit of something on her. So I have these mats down in case it's a bit more comfortable for her. And since Maggie is so excited about food, sometimes that makes it more difficult for them to roll over. So bear with me for a couple of minutes as we just figure out what works for Maggie and what method will be best. So I'm going to good girl. Down. Okay, so she's nice and low to the ground. And what's kind of difficult here is that her hips are really square. Down. They're really square underneath her. When dogs are more relaxed, sometimes they'll stick one hip out, so it's easier for them to roll over. Down. Now, with this, before I pull the treat out, I'm going to see how she reacts to me manipulating her body and getting her over onto one hip, so it's easier for her to roll over. Down. Maggie, down. Good girl. No, stay down. Down. Stay. Okay, so she's pretty square there. Now she's used to doing kind of, quick sit down, sit pretty, like for when we feed her lunch and everything. So I think that's why she's not really relaxing, is because she's ready to just bounce up and down instead of relaxing and kind of getting that hip out. So let's see what we can do. Maggie, down. Good, down. Stay. And we're going to put her in a stay, see if she relaxes at all. Okay, she's still very attentive. Instead of trying to get the hip under her, I'm just going to go for it with the roll over, with the treat, and see how she does. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get her to roll that way, so to my right, her left, rolling away from the camera. Now to do that, instead of bringing the treat around and kind of going in a circle, I'm going to bring the treat behind her neck and around like this, and then do it in a circle. So hopefully instead of just moving her head like this, she'll actually move her whole body around like that. Maggie, stay down. Down. Roll over. Okay, roll over. Down. Down. Roll over. Good. Roll over. Oh. Okay, so I'm trying to help her out with my hand. Now, because, no, good job. Just telling her roll over, she's not going to know what it means. You have to show her how to do it first. So like way back when Maggie was first learning to sit, you would pull up on the collar, you bait her up with a treat like that to tell her sit. So it's the same kind of thing with roll over. We want her to, we have to show her what in the heck we mean by the hands. And you can see she's pretty frantic, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. Also, she's a bigger dog, so we'll see. Down. Good, down, Maggie. Good girl. Let's see if she goes better this way. Good girl. So I'm just trying to pull her over. She's pretty rigid. Down. Okay, easy. Okay, so with the way her hips are kind of set up, I'm going to try to go that way to my right again. It looks like it might be a better angle for her. Good girl. Roll over. Down. Good. Down. Roll over. Good girl. Down. camera, hold that leg to try to get her shoulder out from under her and at least get her down on her side. If I can get her down on her side, then she's going to get a treat for that because we need to work baby steps here. Okay, down, Maggie, down. Down, good, down. Okay. Maggie, roll. Good girl. Good girl, come. Down. Down. Stay down. She's really clenching. Maggie. Down. Okay. Now, what I'm kind of seeing happening here is Maggie knows commands well enough. She knows if she's not getting a treat. Because we do so much training with her without treats, then she kind of looks at us to see what's going on. So she's not really following the treat that well, because if I'm taking it too far away from her, then she's turning back to me like, okay, what do you want from me? Down. You remember crawl? Do you know crawl? Crawl. 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 Okay, her crawl is good. I was hoping it would get her back legs out from under her. I'm not seeing that happen. Okay. Down. Good, down. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Good girl, Maggie. Stay down. Okay. So she really doesn't want to get into that position. So I think this is, I don't want to get her frustrated because she is trying really hard. She's just really not understanding what I'm doing, and she's kind of a bit too excited about the food, and she's too big of a dog for me to really set her on her side to help her see what I'm asking her to do. So I don't want to do any more roll over with her today because I want her to feel like she's done a good job, because she is trying. She's not doing a bad job. It's just we aren't meshing right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Nicole, see if Nicole has any ideas as to how to get her to roll over. So in the meantime, we're just going to review the tricks that Maggie does know. So I'll just take her leash off since she's pretty focused on this food. Nice and good girl. And we'll give her a treat for good effort. So let's start with the basics. Sit. No, sit. Shake. Good shake. Shake. Good shake. Both feet are good. Sit. High five. Good. High five. Good high five. Good girl, Maggie. Good girl. So she's got those down really well. Yes, I'm giving you a treat. Shake. Good shake. No. Shake. Good shake. Shake. Okay, so she has trouble crossing paws. You kind of have to use the hand on the side you want her to shake with. She's good. That high five. Good girl. High five. Oh, that was almost a double high five. Good girl. Sit pretty. Okay, she knows the sit pretty command very well. Nicely. Good sit pretty. Okay, so she was doing the crawl earlier. She was doing a good job. So let's just review that a little bit more. That can be another fun one. I'll start off with the treat at first, and then I want to try to do it without the treat, see how she goes. Because I don't know if you take treats when you take her out to do her therapy work or not, because she does get pretty worked up with them, and she can get pretty eager and frantic. I don't know if that's something that you do. So, Maggie down. Crawl. 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 Oh my gosh, a master crawler. Good girl. Good crawl. Okay, no treats. I want to show her that. Sit. Down. Maggie, crawl. 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 Good crawl. Good girl. Good girl, Max. One more sit pretty. High five. Oh my gosh, high five. Well, sit pretty. I love it. High turn into a trick review. Maggie still did a really great job, and I'm going to try to see if there are other methods that we can work on to get her to roll over that might be more successful, because Maggie seems to really enjoy doing her treats, so I think that's something that she would like to do. She definitely likes to please, so I want to find out a way that I can teach her that will work for her. So this was Rachel and Maggie, and we were doing a trick review.